Alright fellas, we're going to try and get this beer in the keg for Christmas. And I've had many comments saying, you can do this, think cleverly about it, you can get it done for Christmas. Forced carbing and whatnot. Yeah, I can get it in the keg for Christmas, most definitely, but will it be ready? Don't forget, normally when I get a beer in a keg, we have the sneak peek, don't we, and then 2 weeks later we have the final thoughts when it's had a bit of time to condition. But it's going to be looking like it's going to be in the keg for like 4 or 5 days, and then Christmas will be upon us. So yeah, I can get it in the keg and I can get it serving, but the final thoughts, the actual peak that it's going to hit, will be after Christmas. But nevertheless, we shall sample it through the Christmas period. Let's have a look at her though, because she's still going at it. Oh yes, she's bubbling away, and she's smelling grand. We're going to be doing a few things different to the recipe. It says to dry hop for 7 days. I'm going to do it for 5, and we're not going to wait till it's finished fermenting. We're going to get them in now, so it'll finish fermenting, and then a couple of days after that the dry hop will have finished. These little tricks are going to get us in the keg before Christmas, and the dry hop thing is, well, I'd do a 5-day dry hop anyway. The dry hop is a big one, but I throw any more things on the floor today. We've got, I think it was 80 grams of Citra, 40 grams of, 40 grams of Citra, 80 grams of Mosaic, and the remainder of the Amarillo, the Chinook, what else was in here? Columbus, that I backpacked, and I must say that bag's held up pretty well. The bag has held up very, very well. I've got some new bags and they seem to be thicker. So anyway, so that's the dry hop. Let's get her in. Right, so let's have a look inside. Crack the lid on this still very, very much fermenting beverage. There we have it. The Citra. Absolutely hate leaf hop. Right, Mosaic. Come on out, you bastard. The remainder of the hops on brew day. Oh, so awkwardly done. Come on. That's the dry hopping. That's all she's having. Get her back into bed. Bloody hate leaf hop. I detest it, in fact. It's a real pain in the ass. There's nothing easier than dry hopping with pellet. Just drop to the bottom. No problem. But actually that Mosaic's smelling quite nice. Very nice. Anyway, so that's the dry hop done. 5 days, and then we'll crash chill her, take a reading, and then get her in a keg. Right, I had some parts arrive as well, so we're going to have a look at them for the boil pot, the new boil pot. So to start off with, I picked up the elements. So we've gone with these bad boys, 2 of these, which are the Tesla 11-inch Tesla alkaloid elements. They're effectively just an immersion heater element, but that screws into the tri-clamps that we've got fitted to the boil pot, and of course we've got two exactly the same, so they're going to be able to be put into the boil pot, and we can move them around on the tri-clamp fitting until we get them interlaced like we did at Harry's to fit them in. I also went over to brewery builder, brew builder, brew builder, brew builder. And I ordered something that's in here. Sight glass, and also elbow and washers and silicone gaskets to attach the sight glass to the pot. It's an extra thick wall, so it's a very tiny little hole. But basically one end of this is threaded, so this threads into the elbow like so, and then that goes into the pot, and a little eyelet that goes at the top of the pot just to stop it moving about, which I haven't got on the others, and a stainless steel thermowell for the boil pot. So, and with all the gaskets and washers and whatnot, and I'm hoping this is going to fit into the hole, which it looks like it does do, that we've got blanked off at the minute, just above the tap. Although, having said that, I would have liked the thermowells at the back of the pot, so that I haven't got the probes coming up at the front and having to deal with the probe cable in at the front. I'd rather have everything at the back, but anyway, we'll have a look. So that's it. A new thermowell for the boil pot, sight glass for the boil pot. Two elements are here now for the boil pot. So the only thing I need for the boil pot to complete it, parts wise, is the whirlpool arm. And if you know anywhere in the UK, websites etc., where I can pick one up, I don't want to go with the SS Brewtech whirlpool port, which is that light nut with the slit on the side that goes in the middle of the pot. I'd rather have a proper whirlpool arm. So if you know of anywhere that I can get hold of one in the UK, then leave a link in the comments and I can check it out. That's the only thing I need now to complete the boil pot. That's it, fellas. Dry ups are in and new parts arrived. I guess the next video will be probably tinkering about with the boil pot now, if I get a chance. Well, that's it, fellas. As always, don't forget to thumb this video because you don't do. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Click it once you have correct. Share a bit of good board. Until next time, I'm out of here.